What's up, you guys? Charlie here, coming at you from sunny Los Angeles, California. Today, I wanted to talk about credit cards. So, I'm a huge proponent of getting and utilizing credit cards correctly. I graduated college in 2014, and ever since then, I've been building up my arsenal of credit cards. So, some people say that getting credit cards is dumb, and that's correct if you're using your credit cards like how they want you to. What I mean by that is that credit card companies want you to make late payments. They want you to build up those interest charges, and they want you to pay more than you have to pay. But I do think that 99% of people can learn to use credit cards really effectively. You just need to know your spending limits and spend accordingly. Do not go over what you can afford to spend. There are lots of pros to credit cards, so I don't see why it makes any sense for anyone to not utilize credit cards and use cash or debit cards instead. Getting on that credit card game is going to help you set up your financial foundation early, and that's going to help you so much later on. So the number one most important benefit of using credit cards is that it's going to help you build your credit score. As you make on-time payments and as you keep your accounts open for longer and longer, your credit score is going to go up. So you do actually need credit to open up a credit card, but there are a few ways to get started if you don't have enough credit to open up your first credit card. The first thing that I would recommend is becoming an authorized user on one of your parents' cards. And what this means is you basically have one of their cards, you can spend just like them, and they are paying it off every month. As those payments are being made, your credit score is going to go up. And after a while, you're going to have enough credit to actually open up your first credit card. And the second option is to get a secured credit card. What this means is you go to the bank, you give them, let's say, $500, and they will give you a card where you can spend $500 on it. So once you get your credit card, like I said before, you just want to make those on-time regular payments and your credit score, it will go up. This is going to help you so much in the future when you are looking for an apartment, you're getting a mortgage on a home, you are buying a car, anything that has to do with borrowing money. It's going to save you a lot of money too in the future because as your credit score goes up, you're going to have lower interest rates. The amount of money that you spend to borrow money is going to get lower and lower as you get more credit worthy. So yeah, start now because it's going to be great for your financial success in the future. The number two reason why credit cards are so great is that they are much safer than cash or debit. If someone steals your card and they use it to make a payment across the country, they're going to notify you and you will get your money back. With cash, you can lose it and you no longer have the money. With debit, it comes directly from your bank account every time you make a purchase. And this is going to get me into my next point, which is number three. Credit cards are basically like a free loan. With debit cards, you are buying something and it's being taken directly from your bank account right away. When you use a credit card, however, the credit card company is basically paying for you and you're paying back the credit card company at the end of the month. So you can kind of think of it as a 1-month loan for free. This is why it can be kind of dangerous for some people because they disassociate the spending with their own money, but it's going to be your own money anyways because you're going to be paying off the credit card later on. Number four is emergencies. In the worst case scenario, if you run out of money and you still need to pay for housing, food, clothing, and all that stuff, you can use a credit card and put those purchases on it. You're going to build up an interest payment, but it's better than not having anything to eat, right? And there are tons of credit cards that have a 0% APR introductory offer. What this means is that you can transfer over the balance from another credit card and pay 0% interest for a full year. Number five is the most exciting, and that is you get cash back rewards every time you make a purchase. For every dollar that you spend, you're going to get a certain percentage back in terms of points, miles, or cash back. Most cards have a standard 1% cash back policy, so for every dollar that you spend, you're going to get 1 cent back. So you're probably thinking like, Charlie, that's 1 cent, that doesn't mean shit. But if you spend money regularly, it's going to build up and it's going to become a significant amount of points. And these are free points anyways, so you might as well do it. Like I said, most cards these days have a standard 1% cashback policy, but lots of cards also have premium categories. What this means is that for certain categories like dining and travel, you'll have a higher percent cashback. Some cards are more geared towards travel, so they'll have, let's say, 3% cashback on all travel purchases. Some cards are going to be more dining focused, so every time you eat out, you'll get 2-3% cash back there. And it gets better because what you can do is kind of hack the system. If you get a wide array of cards with different premium categories across the board, you're going to be able to choose which card you use for what type of purchase. Let's say you're eating out, you're obviously going to use the card that gives you the highest percent cash back for dining. If you're buying a plane ticket, you're going to use another card that gives you 3% cash back on travel. And this way you can maximize the rewards that you get when you spend money. How do they pay you these percent reward points? Well, every time you buy something, the merchant pays the credit card company a processing fee, and that is kind of how they pass on those points to you. And a great thing that you can do is use these points and transfer them to airline partners. What this means is that every point that you get, you can use them to book flights from an airline. So recently I actually booked a round trip business class flight to Japan and to Hong Kong. It cost me 105,000 points. If you took those points as cash back, it'd be worth about $1,050. However, when I transfer it to the airline partners, I was able to redeem a value of $4,000 or $6,000 for that ticket. So if you choose the correct way to redeem those points, you can easily multiply that value by 2 to 6 times. Now, of course, with everything that's great, there's always some consequences if you don't use the card correctly. If you make late payments, you'll be hit with late payment fees and you'll be hit with interest charges. They hate seeing these late payments on your record, and as a result, your credit score is going to drop dramatically. Credit cards can definitely ruin your credit if mishandled. For people that can control their spending and are smart about it, credit cards are the way to go. But for people that can't really control their spending, I might hold off for now on getting a credit card. 99% of people can take advantage of the benefits that credit cards have to offer. So I really hope you learned something from this video. I personally have used credit cards to help boost my credit score up to the high 700s, and this is going to really help me out later on in the future when I need to get a mortgage, buy a car, and all that fun adult stuff. I also currently have about 600,000 points, so that's going to let me travel for free for a really long time. And you can do the same thing too. So I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, give it a like down below and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. I'll see you guys next time.